Kicking off the countdown at number 10, we have a crime so common, we almost expect it. I call this the brand trap. And the 2025 winner is Samsung, with their entire low-end A series. This is the Galaxy A16, a phone that will sell by the millions for one reason, the name on the back. Because for $220, Samsung is knowingly selling you a trap. They're counting on you not checking the specs. They're giving you a slow 60 Hz screen, barely enough RAM to open WhatsApp, and a weak Exynos processor that stutters, while hoping you just see the brand. But here's the gist. You're smarter than that, and for the exact same price, or just a few dollars more, you have powerhouse alternatives. Want a simple, clean experience for the exact same $220? Get the Moto G Power. It runs clean Android, no Samsung bloatware, and has a reliable processor. But here's the real pro tip. If you can stretch your budget by just 40 or 50 bucks, you enter a different league. The Redmi Note 14 Pro gives you a 120 Hz AMOLED screen that makes the Samsung look like a toy. And the Poco M7 Pro gives you a gaming-ready processor that's objectively twice as fast. So that's the choice. A slow brand trap for $220, or a massive upgrade for just a little more. I've linked all three of my Samsung killers in the description. Coming in at number 9, this one isn't just a bad deal, it's dangerous. Coming in at number 9, this one isn't just a bad deal, it's dangerous. I'm talking about the Bosch Revel Smart Crib. The promise was a dream for anxious new parents. A $3,000 smart bassinet that uses AI to monitor your baby's breathing, track its sleep, and even soothe it back to sleep. Peace of mind. Powered by AI. But here's the gist. The product wasn't selling peace of mind. It was exploiting parental anxiety to turn your nursery into a data collection hub. Privacy experts tore this thing apart. For $3,000, you were buying a device that streamed intimate audio and video of your family directly to Bosch's cloud servers. With vague privacy policies and little transparency, you weren't the customer, your data was. Look, if you want to check on your baby, you don't need a $3,000 AI spy. The safest and most reliable solution is still a local, non-Wi-Fi baby monitor. These connect the camera directly to a parent unit. No cloud, no internet, no subscriptions. They can't be hacked over the web, and no company is harvesting your data. I've linked the top-rated local monitors in the description. Moving on to number 8. This one is just a complete ripoff. Coming in at number 8, we have a category I call luxury landfill. This is for products that charge you a premium price for something that is guaranteed to become garbage. The 2025 winner is the Ultra Human Rare Smart Ring, a luxury wearable that retailed for an insane $800, with some models costing over $2,000. The promise: exclusivity and advanced health monitoring. But here's the gist. The only thing rare about this ring was finding a user who was happy with it. Reviewers and teardown experts found 2 fatal flaws. 1. The battery life was often less than 18 hours. It spent more time on the charger than on your finger. And 2, it was designed to be disposable. Teardowns confirmed the battery is completely sealed, unrepairable, and rated for only 500 charge cycles. This isn't a luxury product. It's an $800 piece of e-waste that's guaranteed to die in 2 years. Look, if you absolutely must have a smart ring, the answer is simple. Just get the Oura Ring. It's the established market leader. It actually works, and the company has a proven track record. But if you just want the best health tracking, a Galaxy Watch or a Fitbit costs half as much and does 10 times more. Don't pay a luxury price for a disposable product. I've linked the alternatives that actually last down below. At number 7, we have the award for the most useless AI of the year. At number 7, we have the winner of the 2025 Who Asked for This award. This is for any product that just slaps the AI label on something basic and triples the price. I call it the AI tax. The main offenders? Samsung's Bespoke AI appliances. A refrigerator that promises to use AI to scan your food and be your kitchen assistant. An AI-powered washing machine that, well, it washes clothes. But now with AI, here's the gist. The AI is useless. Reviews were a disaster, with users reporting that the AI hallucinated carrots, but couldn't tell the difference between a tomato and an apple. But it's worse than just a gimmick. You're paying a massive premium for a complex computer that is now attached to a water-filled box. When the simple refrigerator part breaks, your repair bill is now 5 times higher, because they have to fix the AI screen attached to it. Want a smart kitchen? Here's the actual smart way to do it. 1. Buy a high-quality, high-efficiency, dumb refrigerator from a reliable brand. It will last you 15 years. 2. For $100, buy an Amazon Echo Show or a Google Nest Hub and place it next to the fridge. It can actually give you recipes, control your lights, and play music. And when it breaks in 5 years, you just replace the $100 tablet, not your entire $4,000 refrigerator. Don't pay the AI tax. Links to the actual smart hubs are below. At number 6, we have a product that wasn't just a failure. It was a billion-dollar implosion. At number 6, we leave the world of gadgets and enter the world of high-stakes venture capital. This isn't a bad product. It's a billion-dollar lie. I'm talking about the spectacular collapse of Builder.ai. The promise was the ultimate tech dream. An AI-powered platform that could build any app you wanted, no code required. You just described your idea, and their AI would assemble it like digital Lego bricks. They raised hundreds of millions of dollars and were valued at over $1 billion. But here's the gist. The AI wasn't AI at all. An investigation revealed that their revolutionary artificial intelligence was mostly just hundreds of human developers in India, manually writing the code that the company claimed was being generated by a machine. It was a total fraud. The company collapsed. Investors lost their money, and it became the single biggest tech embarrassment of 2025. It's the ultimate AI tax, a company that pretended to be AI just to get investment money, leaving a trail of broken promises. The sad part is, if you actually want to build an app without code, real tools for that do exist. They just don't overpromise with fake AI platforms like Bubble are fantastic for building complex web apps. And Webflow is the industry standard for designing powerful, professional websites without code. If you want to learn how to use them, there are thousands of amazing courses online. Don't fall for the AI dream. Learn the real skill. I've linked the legitimate no-code tools and some of the best online courses to learn them in the description now for the top 5. At number 5, this isn't just a bad product. It's a slap in the face to loyal customers. At number 5, we enter the top 5 with the undisputed king of the loyalty tax. This is when a company knows you'll buy their product, so they intentionally make it worse to force you to buy their more expensive one. And the winner, almost every single year, is Apple. I'm not talking about the iPhone 16 Pro. I'm talking about the standard iPhone 16, the one that costs over $800. The one millions will buy just because it's an iPhone. And here's the slap in the face. In 2025, Apple is still selling an $800 flagship phone with a 60 Hz screen. This isn't an accident, it's a calculated insult. The $260 phone we talked about in number 10 has a 120 Hz screen. Apple is intentionally withholding their promotion display, a standard feature on every other phone, just to force you to spend an extra $300 on the Pro model. It is, without a doubt, the single worst value in all of tech. Want a real flagship phone for that same $800? The choice is obvious. The Google Pixel 9 010 not only has a buttery smooth 120Hz screen, it has AI features that Apple is still years away from copying. Or get the base model Samsung Galaxy S25. Again, a 120Hz screen, a better camera system with an actual telephoto lens. For the same price or less, Apple is counting on your loyalty. Don't give it to them for free. I've linked the actual 2025 flagships in the description. At number 4, this failure wasn't just a ripoff, it put people's security at risk. At number 4, we have a piece of hardware that is supposed to protect your home, but instead, it invited strangers in. I call this the digital backdoor. The culprit is TP-Link's 2025 Archer lineup. On paper, these routers were a steal, offering the latest Wi-Fi 7 speeds for a fraction of the price of competitors. Millions of people bought them to get faster internet. But here's the gist. Security researchers found critical vulnerabilities in the firmware. We're talking about unpatched zero-day flaws that could allow hackers to intercept your traffic, steal passwords, or turn your router into part of a botnet. Even worse, reports surfaced about questionable data handling practices, suggesting that user data might be accessible to foreign servers without clear consent. Cheap hardware isn't worth it if the price is your personal security. For your home network, you need a brand that takes security seriously. The gold standard is Asus. Their routers come with A protection built in, and they support open source firmware like Merlin if you want total control. Or, if you just want something simple that updates itself automatically to stay secure, get an Amazon Eero system. It's set it and forget it security. I've linked the most secure routers for every budget in the description. Now, onto the podium. At number 3, we have a gaming disaster that nobody saw coming. At number 3, we have a gaming handheld that promised to revolutionize the market with AI-powered performance, but instead, it delivered a masterclass in frustration. I'm talking about the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. MSI tried to be different. Instead of using the AMD chips that everyone else uses, they partnered with Intel to use their new Core Ultra chips. They claimed their AI engine would optimize battery and frame rates dynamically. It sounded great on paper. Here's the gist. It was a stuttering nightmare. Because Intel's drivers just weren't ready for handheld gaming, games that ran smoothly on cheaper consoles were unplayable here. We saw massive frame drops, graphical glitches, and battery life, despite the AI often died in under an hour. You were paying an $800 premium to be a beta tester for Intel. It's a powerful PC, sure, but a terrible gaming console. If you want a handheld that just works, stick to the kings. If you want Windows for Game Pass and raw power, the Asus ROG Ally X is widely considered the best handheld ever made. It fixes every flaw of the original. And if you just want a console, like experience with the best screen in the business, nothing beats the Steam Deck OLED. It costs hundreds less and offers a far smoother experience. I've linked the actual kings of handheld gaming below. We're almost at the top. At number 2, we have a gadget that literally physically failed. At number 2, we have the most hyped gadget of the last 5 years. It promised to kill the smartphone and usher in a new era of computing. Instead, it just killed its own company. I'm talking about the Humane AI Pin. For $700 plus a monthly subscription, this magnetic pin was supposed to be your AI assistant, projector, and phone, all in one. The founders, ex-Apple executives, told us screens were the past, and this was the future.
incredibly poor proposition.
Do I recommend that you get one right now? Definitely not.
It's so bad, in fact, that I think it's actually kind of distracting to understand what the point of the device is.
But here's the gist. It was a functional disaster. The laser display was invisible in sunlight. The device overheated constantly. The AI was slow.
Call Aaron.
Huh. Guess his thoughts aren't very fast, are they?
Is it?
And confidentially wrong. And worst of all, it was just cumbersome to use. It tried to solve a problem that didn't exist. It turns out having a screen is actually really useful. Paying $700 to have a worse experience than your phone isn't the future. It's just bad product design. If you want the actual future of AI in your pocket, you don't need a pin. You just need a better phone. The Google Pixel 9 Pro and the Samsung S25 Ultra are integrating AI in ways that are actually helpful, not annoying. They have screens you can see, batteries that last all day, and cameras that are incredible. AI is a feature, not a piece of jewelry. I've linked the best AI-ready smartphones below. And finally, at number 1, the biggest failure of 2025 isn't a gadget. It's a complete betrayal of trust. And finally, at number 1, the biggest failure of 2025 isn't a broken gadget. It's a feature that tried to turn your own computer against you. The undisputed winner is Microsoft's Windows Recall. Launched with the new Copilot Plus PCs, the promise was seductive: a photographic memory for your laptop. Recall would take screenshots of your screen every few seconds so you could search for anything you've ever seen or done. Here's the gist. It was a security nightmare. Researchers discovered that it was essentially a keylogger on steroids. It took screenshots of everything: your bank accounts, your disappearing messages, your medical info, and stored it in a database that hackers could easily access. It shattered our trust. We buy computers to create, not to be surveilled by the company that sold them to us. It is the definition of technology overstepping its boundaries. If you're tired of Windows trying to spy on you, 2025 is the year to switch. For the best privacy and security, the new MacBook with the M4 chip is simply unbeatable. Apple's silicon is secure, encrypted, and doesn't take screenshots of your life. Or, if you want total control, get a framework laptop. It has physical hardware switches to cut the power to your camera and microphone. That is real privacy. I've linked the best laptops that respect your data in the description. Tech companies spend billions on marketing to trick you. We spend hours researching to tell you the truth. If you want the gist and not the hype, make sure to subscribe. Remember, don't waste your money on the failures. Check the description for the smart alternatives we talked about today. Thanks for watching the Gadget Gist, and see you in the next one.